Alright guys, welcome back. So currently we're on step 2, which is basically setting up price tracking and understanding what everything means and setting up syncing of products. So since the last video, the only thing I did was refresh my products page. That's it. And you can see in the last video the supplier stock was missing. Now it's here. The supplier price is now here. My markup is here, my Facebook price is here, but my Facebook stock is missing, right? And my view on Facebook, if I click on it, it takes me nowhere, right? So that's not there. But price tracking is now on automatically. And of course, you marked the item as listed previously, so you know that's good also. So right now, everything is set up in a way where it's ready to be price tracked. You know, it's ready to go. All we have to do is sync the products and it'll update the prices and we're all good to go. So now we look at syncing items. So let's move on to that. So the easiest way to sync your current products from Facebook is if you already listed them using Fbmfox. That is the easiest way because you'll already have the supplier link, you'll have the title, you'll have all these settings by default, you'll have the images and the description, right? So that is the easiest way to do it. But if you haven't done it with Fbmfox and you have existing listings, Fbmfox will import your Facebook listings automatically in here. You need to go ahead and add in some aspects, like you need to go ahead and add in some sort of text for the description. You need to have a supplier link. You need to ensure that it is marked as listed. So all of those things need to be done if you're importing listings from outside, if you didn't use Fbmfox to list them. But we will go into that in a separate video. But for right now, let's pretend all of our items that we have were listed using Fbmfox. So just for a better visual view, I'm going to click on listed and we'll be focusing on this item for the most part. Some of these items were on my previous accounts and I was just testing this one with 2 different accounts, so it might be messy. But what I'll go ahead and do is go ahead and set up syncing. Alright, so before I did that, I just went ahead and cleaned up some of the items and kept the items that are currently on my current Facebook account that I'll be using for this demonstration. But yeah, here are just 10 items, and these are the items that we'll be playing around with, and especially this one. So the way you set up automatic repricing is you just click on the settings page and you have your email here, and then you also have the hours, the number of hours. So just enter 1 hour if you have, you know, like 50 listings. If you have 50 listings, enter an hour. If you have hundreds of listings but below 500, I'd say enter 2 to 3 hours. If you have 500 listings, I'd say enter 4 hours. If you have thousands of listings, I'd say, I mean, the highest plan we have is 1,000 listings, because beyond that it gets extremely messy, but we'll probably be adding another plan on top of that. But you know, 5 hours if you have 1,000 products, 4 hours if you have like 500 products, and the lower products you have, the lower you can set your interval. So if you have something like 100 products, you can set it to an hour, right? So I don't have that many products, so I'm just going to set it to 1 hour. That should be plenty. And you just click on update settings and then you just wait. That's it. So it'll open a tab and it'll start doing its stuff. So one thing you want to notice is right here, it still leads to nowhere. So what syncing will do is it'll get the Facebook stock, it'll get the Facebook price, and it'll get the Facebook ID. So what you want to notice is a tab has opened up right here on my screen, and it's quickly going to switch me over to that tab in a moment. There you go, it switched it over. Now it's scrolling through all of my listings. Now what it's going to do is it's going to sync my listings. So if you sort of just hover over the tab, you'll see that the number of listings is going up, and there's 3 numbers there. If all those 3 numbers are accurate, that means it's syncing accurate, but honestly that's just some geeky stuff, you don't need to worry about it. But let's click on products now and see what we've got. So here you can see that if I sort by my listed items, you will see that here we have the stock, in stock, we have the Facebook price, but you'll also see that there's a tab being opened here, and something just happened there. But we'll take a look at that, and you'll see that tabs are being opened here, and there are things that are happening. It's repricing already. So it just did the sync, but then now it's doing the repricing. So here we have the corresponding Facebook stock, and then we have the Facebook listing ID with the current Facebook price. So it actually just repriced it, but let's give it a moment to finish up doing everything it's doing. So let me go ahead and do another refresh. But you'll see here the new Facebook price after the markup adjustment was 1.5 times 20.85, which is $31, and it's claiming that the new Facebook price is this. And you should see, if you refresh and if you click on view on Facebook, you'll see that the price is $31, right? So how do you know for sure? We're only looking at one item, right? So we can tell, you know, this item has been updated and it's synced correctly and all that, but how do you know for sure if an item has synced? And what if there's an error, and what are all the possible errors? So that's what we will be discussing in the next video, right? So this is how to initialize tracking and how to set it up initially. In the next video, we'll be talking about how to make changes, how to detect errors, and all of that good stuff. So we'll see you guys in the next video.